If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC24, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC24 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Oh, brother, we really did read EA like a book. We really did, bro. And the Cruyff review called out. I was like, yo, even if it's like a Pele, I knew it, bro. Ugh. So funny, man. Just read them like a book. You know what's funny? Like, if I actually knew all the cards in this game, I can almost sense which cards they're gonna release, because I feel them in game when it's like, oh, like this card is not. Because I'm telling you guys, man, a lot of the cards in the game nowadays, for you to be able to move, is mostly transfer market cards, bro. I'm telling you. And it's always like the high tier ones too, like Mbappe and stuff. Like Ronaldo doesn't left stick, but his body type gives you that physical. So he's still going to be one of the best strikers in the game. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call him absolute, even though like I think pro players would use him, to be honest. But absolute, like, because Mbappe can left stick, like, whew, you know. Anyways, this evolution today is a shooting one, apparently, right? It's called a shooting specialist, I think. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way down this time, because there were some evolutions I would check out. I'm like, oh, look, there's a paid one for 150k, but there's an actual free one, so I have to go all the way to the bottom now. All right, so shooting specialist gives you some specific upgrades for specific cards. I'm mainly seeing power shot plus for a free one. Chip shot, trivela, finesse shot, power shot plus. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what you get for this. So yeah, this is what's the stat improvements for this one? So it's like, oh, is it? It's just shooting. It's just no dribbling and stuff, or attacking, positioning, long shots. No, just shooting. Okay. 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 So a few things to mention with this one. By default, these evolutions, power shot plus. I mean, there's gonna be many options, right? Many options. Obviously, with the shooting being perfect, it depends on who you give it to, right? Because some players, if you give them essentially like really, really good shooting stats, they could be very solid in certain areas. They're doing the same thing to the evolutions like they're doing the SBCs. Like, I'm just saying. Anyways, Mbappe, at this point in the game, press proven plus, definitely very necessary on him. I've used like the player of the month card at this point. He's on the other account that I barely use nowadays. I might have to use it soon again, but we'll see. But I've used Mbappe, right? You know, dribbling stats is set up a certain way. With this other card on the footies, the dribbling, if you take a look at it, it's the same thing, right? The main things that you're getting different is in the quick step plus and power shot. But honestly, guys, at this point in the game, the press proven plus is super necessary on the card. This evolution is not like previous years. Like, you know how there was, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, where it's basically like if you had rare gold Mbappe, you can use them the entire year. Like, if you were to get that gold Mbappe for that gameplay and you put the evolution on him, it would be more relevant than it is this year, right? Like, at this point, it's literally got to be this card. He's down 1.14, I guess, because we were packing all the time. I guess he's part of the packaway. But this card's unbelievable. Like, for me, he's absolute full meta. Like, I love this card, right? I always try to put him in my teams, and it does make that difference, right? Doku, similar situation with this card. I think he dribbles oddly. And this was, I think this might have been even before that patch, maybe, but he just dribbles strangely. I don't know if it's like his body type. I think with this card, press boom plus would have to be added to him. See, like, I'm telling you guys, like, with the content this year, they're definitely releasing content giving you the illusion that they're giving you good stuff now, because I'm telling you guys that playstyle pluses is so relevant for these cards. Even at this point, like, you see 99 stats in certain places. If you don't have playstyle pluses, guys, I'm telling you, a lot of these cards are not going to perform as good as they should, right? To be honest, like, some cards have certain base mechanics where you're like, oh, this guy will just cook in game regardless. For instance, like, I like Karim Benzema's footies cards because his base mechanics are there, right? And they transfer over really nicely. With Doku, I mean, honestly, you can make him decent. You give him a power shot plus on this card, which he already has, so it's kind of pointless, to be honest. Messi, I could see people going in this direction again just because it's Messi, right? At this point in the game, it does have to be like the higher rated cards, to be fair. Like there is this one, which definitely would still perform well in the current meta of the game. And he's not even super, super expensive. He's like 480k. And then there's obviously this one, who is, you know, a 1.4 million coin card. But that's like the sort of area that you kind of need to be in nowadays, right? Like, because this one has very good playstyle pluses. This one also has very good playstyle pluses. This evolution version, right, doesn't have finesse shot plus. That's already a really big one. Aerial plus is added to the card, but with a card like this, it would be more for like fun, I think, in certain situations, right? Because aerial plus with good jumping, like I think if I were to use him in the side positions, like it's not to say that he'll never win a header. He definitely can win a header, but 175k into the shooting specialist, it's kind of whatever, right? Grimaldo, power shot plus. For this card, honestly, in my opinion, this is where we kind of get a little bit more interesting, to be honest, right? Because with this card getting the stat improvements, because in comparison to the FUTTIES card, you could see that the main difference here is not having shooting, right? This card right here, if I were to use him as a person that I could see myself scoring with, the base shooting improvements is a good thing with him, right? Because if I could switch him from the left mid position into the center mid area, then that's fine, right? Because the card is actually well formatted for a midfielder, because this card would be on the anchor. At this point in the game, I probably wouldn't fully recommend it as a left back, to be honest. I think having like taller players that are more physical, like guys, I deleted one footage in one of my gameplay highlights today from the reviews, and it was a guy doing like the cross into the aerial plus fullback, and it's a pretty big meta now because there's so many like physical type attackers that have aerial plus, that have that physical capability. So you just have to be very careful of that in particular, right? But again, meta-wise, if I were to use this card as a center mid, he would be nice. But if I were to use him as a left back, it would mainly be for like attacking capabilities. But would I personally care too much about using power shot plus in the left back position? Not as much. I think as a center mid, he would probably utilize it more if he's a card that actually could potentially attack in your team, right? Rolfo, another option here. Rolfo does have some very good base mechanic stuff, to be fair. And because of that, it does turn this card into an interesting player if you can't get this one. But the thing is that this one is also 416k, so it's not like super hard to get. Again, fullback position, a little bit more tricky. I actually liked using her. I thought she was pretty decent, but again, like I would prefer the more physical players. Like I used Karchawi as a left back, and she's nice on the attack, but I'd still rather use like a Theo Hernandez. I think in this meta, it just, for me, it just makes more logical sense. But yeah, with this card here, you know, different play styles. She is given the power shot plus. Probably would use her mainly as a center mid, as I mentioned earlier with some of the other cards, because she is well formatted in certain positions. I don't know if I would look into her dribbling as much, because she is a female player that typically dribbles pretty decently, right? I will say that obviously it would be a helpful situation if she has the specific play style, which she does not, but she has very good general play style. So I think in the midfield position for a free evolution, it could be pretty decent. Again, Kai Havertz, I think at this point in the game with this card, I would definitely use him mainly as a left back. And if I were to put him into an evolution, I would try to give him a defensive one while giving him a stat improvements in defense. Again, with a card like this, you could technically use him as a center mid, because technically speaking, he does have the finesse shot plus, right? So because he has the finesse shot plus, you can utilize that in the midfield position and actually score some opportunities, because all of his other play styles are still pretty decent to work with too. Like the power shot being added to on him is not super bad either, right? So you can't really go wrong with that. Neymar, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I skip this card every single time. Like, don't get me wrong, 99 shooting is definitely very nice, but he got a card that had press proven plus and I believe trickster plus, and if it's not that evolution, I personally couldn't care less, because that card actually performed. I liked using, this is crazy to say, I liked using that card more than the higher rated card that exists on the transfer market, just because he's able to move better. He doesn't have specific play styles, right, that people will utilize way more, way more, but the left stick wise, so different. Like on that evolution that existed that I did the review for is significantly better. Not this one. This was from Shooting Specialist too. Yeah, just in case I did reviews for cards and they're not even part of it. Woo. Yeah, like it's just one of those evolutions, right? It's like I think they released these cards, honestly, me being completely transparent with you guys, for people that are just getting into the game, and it's like, oh, look at this cool concept of evolutions. Like, you need to get players. Oh, hello. Hold on. Hold up. You know what? I don't mind this one as much, but it is mainly for the shooting boost. Power shot plus on a 99 finishing. I mean, the 99 finishing is nice. I'm not gonna say that it's not. It is nice, but it's weird though, because like, I don't know, I would prefer a different playstyle plus, or I don't know, stat improvements in the pace department. Like, this card has so much potential, honestly, if he gets the right evolution, because on an engine, right, if his pace is improved way better, passing is in a better area, it's like I wouldn't really give him anything else, right? This card I could see doing decently, but at this point, like, I'd want to improve the dribbling more, because during that time period, honestly, I liked using that card more than Team of the Season Salah. Like, that's how different it was. Hemp gets a card. I think this was an SBC, right? Oh no, it was Kelly? Was it Kelly that got one? I think it was Kelly that got one as an SBC. But this card gets one too, shooting boost. I mean, again, very similar situation. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'd probably give her Deadeye, maybe. No, I would give her a Sentinel, honestly. Yeah. Sentinel wouldn't be horrible on her in the side positions, because she is a side position player. She has power shot plus now. 5-star, 4-star left-footed. So if I use her in the left-sided areas, it's not too bad. Still has a regular finesse shot and stuff. Yeah, the improvements are nice. I think giving them really good shooting stats definitely adds to it for some of these cards, for sure. Musiala from this is a Team of the Season. I think it works the same way, right? Does it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so he gets an improvement too with a power shot plus. I'm not personally too crazy about Musiala. Like, I even tried this card during that time period, and look, he's gone down so much because people know that he's not super insane. Like, he's decent, but he's not super insane. Atenia, yeah, if anyone still has... Oh, this was from the Team of the Season. I was about to say, is that if anyone still has that 82 rated card. I mean, I could see her being pretty decent. She's actually not poorly formatted at all. I think of the evolution choices, she could be one that makes a little bit more sense if you actually use the female players, because she's well formatted for the engine, right? Pace boost, dribbling boost, as well as a passing boost is definitely very nice. I think for this evolution in particular, you always want to try to aim for people that will have better dribbling stats, maximize pace. I think maximize pace is very important at this point in the game. Good passing, but it's the base card stats for shooting that definitely adds to them quite a bit, because she has Trivela Plus, right? And Trivela Plus is nice with a power shot plus, so you can utilize those shooting play styles a little bit more, right? Alphonso Davies gets one as well, as a person that could potentially be a decent attacking-oriented fullback. If you still have that card, but it's a pretty old card, to be honest. A lot of these other cards, like there's Leao from the Inform, Dazzling Dribbler. He's received some pretty decent upgrades. I faced this card a few times. He's pretty decent. I wouldn't say he's crazy, but he's definitely decent for sure. Like, sometimes when people use him, he's a little bit dangerous. It's mostly because he's a lengthy. Like, sometimes people are just like, our trigger merchants with him, to be honest. Shooting on Mateus, Charles, left back card, Doku. What does Easy SBC have? Let's see. Female players? Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, they're pretty accurate with this stuff. Barella being given one, that's not too bad. Box to box, that could potentially score some opportunities for you. Can't really go wrong with that, to be honest. Female player here. As what, a right mid? Oh. Yeah, she looks pretty good. This card definitely looks interesting for sure. Is she 5-star, 5-star? Yeah, she looks interesting. I think with her, it'd be probably... honestly, I'd still want to give the pace boost. Because I'm a little bit crazy like that. Honestly, I'd probably even give her a shadow. Honestly, for a card like this, not bad. Engine would be nice too, just because you give her that passing boost in the card. You don't touch the dribbling, but it's the passing boost while giving him a pace. What about Catalyst? Does Catalyst like really drastically improve it? Catalyst. Catalyst is for certain things, man. Long passing, can't go wrong with that. Engine does give curve though, and Catalyst does not give vision, so there is that too. But yeah, Power Shot plus technical, rapid, 5-star, 5-star looks interesting for sure. Zambrotta on Power Shot would be kind of weird. Yeah, you could technically do it on Zagrova. You could technically do it on that card. More sentimental cards that could be decent. Goodmanson. Is this card a lengthy? I don't know. When I look at the card's face, you ever like look at it and you're like, this card could be a lengthy. He's not tall, is he? 5'10". Okay, I thought he was taller. Brobe with Power Shot plus. It's not too bad. 5-star, 5-star for him too. Good improvements. Pedro Neto gets one too with 99 shooting. Trickster plus, technical plus. Finesse shot plus 2? Oh, I thought that was finesse shot. I was like, sheesh. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, not too many like super obvious ones for this one, but you just got to try to get cards that are like well formatted in a general sense. Like, look, Savio gets one too. 5-star, 5-star on him. Yeah, the improvements are nice for him. No press proven to make his dribbling more responsive, but if you are making some sort of team where you can fit him into some sort of Man City squad, and there is that. But yeah, you mostly want to give this to actual attackers and potentially like attacking center mids if you want them to have that Power Shot plus with better shooting as well. Like that would be the main thing, right? Like even Ferguson, physical type attacker, probably give him a Catalyst potentially just for like a, actually no, Engine looks okay. Or a Catalyst just for a little bit of extra acceleration too. It's not a super hurtful thing to do, right? Not super hurtful. But yeah, one of those evolutions for sure. One of those ones. Definitely look into the female players. They could definitely be very interesting. Lozano 5-star, 5-star with Power Shot plus. He could be decent. Has a little bit. He has a press proven regular with 99 dribbling stats, so that's definitely one card to look into as well. These cards are always interesting because like you kind of start going in the direction of like giving them different chemistry styles. Like with this one, you can give him a Sentinel, or if there's a passing and defending one, like if there is, I don't remember if there is. You could do that too, right? Backbone, look, you could give him a backbone to boost the passing a little bit more with the physical and defense. But yeah, again, at this point in the game, try to look for cards that are 5-star, 5-star as much as possible. Definitely gonna be very, very ideal to look into. You wanna try to go down that route, right? Kamara always gets extra ones too. Kamara has like so many different cards. Patrick Vieira from the Team of the Year icon. I don't really care about Patrick Vieira too much personally. Yeah, I even tried his greats of the game. You know what? They might even do a Patrick Vieira SPC soon. That's my next one I'm reading, because Tony Kroos, for me, I just love that card way more, bro. Way more. It's like insane how much of a difference it is in my opinion. But yeah, it's an interesting evolution, guys. To be fair, giving these guys 99 shooting stats, if they have finesse shot plus, that's going to be really nuts to work with. That's going to be like one of the main play styles to take a look at as well. But I mean, giving it to most of these cards that have 99 shooting, just try to get players that are like well-rounded in the meta department. Like at this point, you need very good dribbling stats, very good pace stats, very good passing stats, and then your base card stats for shooting will be improved from this evolution. That's going to be the main things to look at, right? We're at that point in this game, I would say. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys for the next one, man. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.